This 3D Life. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to This 3D Life, episode number 46. My name is Nick Cascarella, and with me, as always, Shauna O.
Hi.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. All right, so, do you got anything for this, the beginning of this episode? Do you have any,
I got day drunk today.
You're what?
I got day drunk today.
You were drunk?
A little tipsy.
Unfucking believable.
Went to a wedding tasting.
Yeah, so we had a little bit. We're getting our wedding day. I think we've probably said on here before, but is in October.
Yeah.
So we have been doing some preparations. Some thing you got to do things before the wedding.
Right.
So we went and tasted food.
And they had alcohol.
And I guess Shauna was
1
drunk.
p.m.
So that's good. But besides the day drinking,
No, I have nothing.
you got nothing. All right. Well, so we have the blog, right? Which is still over at This3DLife.wordpress.com. So you can go there and read the articles and stuff, and we post the YouTube videos, whatever. But you're always hounding me to write things.
Yeah.
You're always yelling at me to write and do. Now, I'm not... I don't think that I can write things.
You were good.
I guess.
Well.
I guess I write well when I have to, but I don't particularly like it. It's not really my thing. It has never been my something I'm passionate about is like going and like writing about stuff. I enjoy it from time to time when I like stumble across something. Right. That I'm like, oh, that's really fucking cool, and I want to, like, when I stumbled across that game Air, and I was like, oh, this is fucking cool, and I think people should know about this game. Like, more people should know about this game. So I wrote an article about it. And then, like, I enjoy writing about things when, like, we go to events and we'll, like, play cool things, and I'm like, oh, people should fucking know about this. So, like, I'll write something, and I, like, get excited about it because I'm, like, right there. But I can't, like, sit down and be excited about writing about something. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I can't force myself. Like, I've done a list. I have, like, another one in the making that's been in the making for, like, fucking ever that I want to put up this week. I see, you're going, because you yell at me about it all the time. So, I am going to remedy this situation for you and for everyone listening that is... into the stuff that we do. I am going to now every week on Thursdays, I will post on the YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing a solo show thing. I guess the best way is kind of like a vlog, I guess.
Okay.
I guess technically is what it would be. But like it's going to be... It might be 1 week will be like a list. You know what I mean? And I'll do a list of stuff. Or maybe 1 week I'll talk about something that fucking happened that I feel strongly about. Or maybe 1 week I'll talk about a game that just came out that I think is really good. Or, you know what I mean? It'll just be like 10 to 15 minutes, whatever, of something that week that like normally like maybe I would have written an article about. But instead I'm going to do video.
Okay.
So instead of written content, I will be doing video content because I think that myself, I will be able to be more into that way. Okay. And now you're yawning on me. Okay. What's up? What do you think about that?
I think that I wish you didn't just spring this on me right now because
Why?
There's some stuff we need to do.
For what?
For that.
Sure. But the thing is, I don't know if I'm going to give it like a name, like if it's going to like be like its own show thing, or if I'm just going to do it like, you know what I mean?
There's still things we have to do.
Like what? I can do that anytime. I can do it right now, except without I'm recording this podcast.
Well, and we're poor.
No, I can just use my laptop.
You're just
sure.
Using your half-broken laptop?
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll use that for now.
Okay.
It's whatever.
Sure. I do have a couple.
I know.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna try doing that and see how it goes.
Okay.
We'll try it for a few weeks, and if it's like something I'm into and enjoying, and we're getting some sort of positive feedback on, then I'm going to continue doing it. I don't have a name for it yet, or if I'll even have a name for it. It may have like an intro card. It might not have an intro. It might just be, whatever.
We'll see.
But I guess, yeah, we'll see. And maybe it'll grow over time and get something, and we'll start it as something, and it'll end up as something else. I don't know.
Okay.
But give it a shot.
Sure. Proud of you.
Proud of me for what? I haven't done anything yet.
For thinking of doing things.
Well, no, to be honest, this was an idea. I was speaking with someone this week. I went to New York for Sony.
Something we will be
that we're going to be talking
about
in a minute. A Sony event. And on the way, I was just kind of the person that I went with that invited me to the event. Was just kind of like, we were shooting the shit about like stuff that we've been doing here for This3DLife, and I was kind of just expressing to him that like I do these articles, but I'm not super into writing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And he actually suggested like, well, why don't you just do that, but instead of writing it, you just do like basically like a vlog. So not entirely my idea, but when he said it, I was kind of like, Jesus fucking Christ, why? Like that's like the easy like. Why the fuck wasn't that like my first go-to thought on that? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's something that's easily up more at my alley. So,
okay,
that is the new plan. And so Thursday. So this post on Tuesday. Thursday, I should have my first one up.
You should have it up by Thursday.
On Thursday, it will go up. It will be done. So this is post on Tuesday. This is wrestling will post on Wednesday because now This is Wrestling is a bi-weekly
yes, if you haven't heard the announcement, This is Wrestling has jumped down to bi-weekly as the sad state of affairs of the WWE universe.
And also on top of scheduling with me and John, and it just worked out. It's going to work out better as a bi-weekly. I think it will have fuller, more fleshed out shows. Better content on a bi-weekly basis.
The initial idea for that podcast
was bi-weekly, and from the beginning we decided, I mean, we'll talk about this on the show tomorrow, but like from the beginning we said we'll give weekly a shot. If it doesn't really work out, we'll go to bi-weekly. So but anyway, so and then Thursday will be the start of my vlog. It's weird to say because I don't like picture myself as like someone that would be doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Like I don't picture myself as someone that's like, oh, I have this vlog where I like talk about stuff. Like, but I guess that's what it is. In so many, I don't know. It's not anything else. I mean, maybe over time it'll evolve into some sort of a show, but like at first, I guess it is just a vlog.
Yeah.
So
that's okay.
And that'll be on Thursday.
And it will be up on the.
It'll be on our WordPress or our blog. Yeah. So it'll be on our blog and also This3DLife on YouTube. Like,
yeah,
you'll be able to find it there also. I don't know what my first topic is going to be, but it will be something, and it will be there Thursday. So that's what we got.
Figure it out.
Yep.
Okay.
Now,
this week
to the actual show.
Yeah. To the week.
To the week show.
You played a game that I didn't play because.
Okay, so we're going to start with
annoying.
Okay, well, it's not annoying. It's actually, I just dropped my phone, sorry. It's actually a great game. So we'll start, I guess, with games that we played this week, which were a few, more than we have been playing.
Correct.
Now, there hasn't really been a lot of games lately. But as we'll talk about later, it kind of has been kind of a good thing. But for now, I played Super Stardust. Ultra, which is basically Super Stardust, which was on the PS3, and then Super Stardust, what was it, like Delta or something, which was the Vita version, and now it's Super Stardust Ultra. It's basically the same game as it's always been. They just keep adding like more modes and kind of just like flushing the game out more and more. The game's fucking awesome. It's made by the guys that made like Resogun and Dead Nation. And the game is really, really hard. It's like super fucking hard, but it is so addicting and so fun. The gameplay is super fun. I mean, if you guys played, I mean, if you've played like Resogun, you probably already played Stardust on PS3 or on the Vita. Like, but that it's really, really fucking awesome. It's super tough. But like gameplay wise is just like pretty flawless. Like it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome. I love that game. It's super fun. But like I said, it is very tough. It's a tough fucking game. I suck at it so bad, but I have a ton of fun playing it. I don't know. It's like super addicting, and you like want to play, but you like get to the next stage, and then fucking die, and then and then you like beat that, and you're like, I fucking beat it, and then you like die, and then you get to the boss, and like you're like, this just happened to like you go to like different planets and then defeat a boss and you unlock the next planet and blah 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 blah. I like got to the boss and almost fucking beat the boss and died and was just like, fuck my whole fucking life. Like, but I can already tell you, like, later I'll probably play that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just super fun.
Okay.
But I say later I'll probably play that, but like I should
do something else.
Do like a million different fucking things I should do. Like, like I also want to get on a regular streaming schedule. I see. I fucked that up. And I was doing Wednesday nights, and I'm going to go back to that.
Yeah.
I'm going.
I work until 6:30. So.
Well, I'm going to say Wednesday night, 9:30 to like 11.
Jesus Christ.
Like that's
homeboy's got to work.
I know, that's fine though. But like that's the schedule, and I'm sticking to it. Twitch.tv/This3DLife. Wednesdays, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be playing. I don't know what. A lot of time I'll probably end up playing Minecraft, to be honest. Except for this week, The Order comes out on Friday. Friday afternoon until I beat the game. We'll be streaming it.
Yeah, I get to play it at some point.
Yeah, after I beat it.
No.
I'm gonna stream it till I beat it. Done.
Wrong. I get to play it. I get to play that game.
But yes, I will be strictly at least Wednesdays, if not other days, but Wednesdays always I will be streaming, unless I tweet out from the This3DLife Twitter that like it's circumstantial, like something happens where I can't. But the schedule is Wednesday, at least. But Wednesday will always be the day.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yep.
Done.
Okay. What else did you play this week?
Evolve.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that Evolve. I don't know how to feel about Evolve.
It's weird because the big complaint in the beta
was that it was super easy,
and now
it's super fucking hard. Like
why couldn't they just find a middle?
And I don't know if it's like eventually people, I mean, obviously it's going to be people are going to figure out the best ways to to wrangle. And I'm sure it's already happened. I mean, I haven't played that much. I've played pretty, maybe 7 games, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And all offline because I know that it's like heavy communication. And I have no one to play with. And it really is one of those games that, like, if you're playing with people, you have to be communicating. And it's really built for, like, you and 3 of your friends to, like, get together and really, like, figure out a way to take down the monster. And if you're not playing with 3 of your friends and it's, like, 3 randoms, I mean, obviously you have the opportunity to get in a good room where you're with 3 people that are all like, yeah, like, let's really hunker down and fucking work together and like get this. In which case, cool. And you'll have a really fucking cool experience and maybe even gain some friends out of it.
Right.
Which is fucking awesome. But that's rare as shit.
Yeah.
Like,
more often you're getting stuck in the room it's
like 2 people that are playing together because they're friends on their list, and then like 2 solo people that are like trying to like get on, and it just never works. Like
people who die and then blame you and say
exactly, and say you instead of just like, I don't know, trying to help out, it's just like and then not to mention like different skill levels. You'll like get someone that's like super on board with the game, gets it, is like all about it, and then like it's 2 people that are like pretty good at the game, and then someone that just like jumped in and doesn't get it yet, and then it's like super unwelcoming for that person.
Right.
So I decided to play single player and just like give it a shot and see what the game's about. I mean, I played a little bit of the open beta that they did, and I was like, oh, I get this game. It's fucking cool. Like, this is going to be cool with, like, 3 of your friends. I said it on the show. Like, it'll be awesome when, like, 3 of your friends and you get on and blah, blah, blah. Well, also, like, you know, when you say these, like, hypotheticals, yeah, you just jump on with 3 of your friends. Like, you know, you in the hypothetical world, people don't have jobs and everyone is on at the same time. And, like...
You and I have 2 PlayStations.
Right, exactly. And that world doesn't fucking exist. And no one is ever on at the same time, can play at the same time and whatever. So, I jump in solo. And, like, the game is good. It's a good game. I just don't know if I like it. Like, the way that matches are paced, it's like, find the monster immediately at level 1 as quickly as fucking possible, trap it, and try and do as much fucking damage as possible because he's not strong yet. And then you have to stay hot on their tail because if you don't, they're going to heal back up, evolve, and then be much harder to fucking kill. And then on top of that, if you don't catch them while they're in level 2 and you do like no damage to them while they're in level 2 and they get to level 3, you fucking lost. Like, that's it. You lost the fucking game. Like, hands down. And if they get to level 2 without you ever catching them at level 1, you probably lost the game. Yeah. Like, there's like very small windows in which, like, if you don't catch the monster who is like significantly fucking faster than you, like,
right,
especially with like some of the like dash attack moves where they can just dash away like 3 times in a row and just fucking run away, like, you a lot of times you don't stand a chance. Like, you don't, like, there's some, like, there was a map where we didn't see the monster until it was level 3. Like, there's no way you're gonna win. No. It's like has like super full health, super full shields, and is level 3. Right. So it's you have no shot, no chance in hell.
Yeah. The NPCs
they follow you. They like follow you specifically. So like they're kind of useless.
Right, but then when the opposing NPCs are too smart. So whether you're playing as the hunters or playing as the monster, they're always OP.
Yeah, because
I played as the monster and I got to level 2, almost level 3 with good power-ups. Yeah. And was crushed within a minute.
Yeah, I mean, also a lot of it is like the game is programmed and it knows, because it has no human error. Right. It knows when people are at certain levels of health, so the healer is immediately on them, healing that, like, whatever the support person is healing or supporting the healing person so that it doesn't die while healing that. Like, it's very, like, obviously because it's the, you know, programmed that way to, you know, that it knows at certain times it has to do certain things. But I don't know. I feel like I really have to play it with people, and I don't know if I'm ever going to do that.
Right.
So I don't know about Evolve. I don't think it's a bad game. I think there's something there, and I just don't know if I found it yet.
Yeah. We have social issues.
Well, a lot of it, I don't particularly like playing with people.
I don't either.
Right. Which is like half the problem. So like maybe the game
at me about it.
Right. So like maybe the game honestly wasn't like the best choice for us. You know what I mean? But it's weird. Like Battlefield, I had a crew in Battlefield 3 that I played with all the fucking time.
Yeah.
But
you hated half of them.
Right. It's weird. I really fucking loved Battlefield 3. It's part of the problem. Like, it was like part of that. It's like that game was...
And you played with one of your best friends and then a bunch of his friends who you didn't like.
And then occasionally like people that I did know and like. Yeah. But like, more so it was the fact that Battlefield 3 was so awesome. That game was so good.
Played a lot of that.
I don't know. Maybe Evolve just wasn't really the best game choice. It just kind of seems like something that's maybe not entirely built for what we like to do.
Maybe. You played something else though.
I can't remember. Oh, right. So I picked up a copy of Majora's Mask 3D, which was obviously the Majora's Mask that Nintendo did for the 3DS. They did Ocarina of Time, like much earlier in the 3DS's life cycle. Actually, you know what? I feel like Ocarina of Time was one of the 3DS like launch titles. Like they were like, oh, and guess what? On the 3DS, you're gonna get Ocarina of Time, and then it didn't come out for like 2 years or something. But like totally drove sales on the 3DS in its initial launch because people thought they were gonna get it. I don't know when the system came out, but it didn't come out for like years.
Yeah.
But so the Ocarina of Time I guess I don't want to call it like an HD remaster because that's not what it is. But like they just kind of like revamped. They definitely like tune up the graphics and they're able to put more shit on screen. Mm-hmm. So like in Ocarina of Time, like the first thing you notice is there's like posters on the walls. Like everywhere. Like people have like bulletins posted on the walls and stuff. Not shit that you can necessarily interact with, but it just adds color and adds depth to the world. Mm-hmm. Whereas like in the original one, there's nothing anywhere. Like it's just like these like walls that might have like a plant in the house and like that's it. Oh man, that dog is brutal.
He's being awful today.
So like the Ocarina of Time one, Majora's Mask looks gorgeous. Mm-hmm. It's just like there's shit everywhere. You like go into houses and people have like boots by the front door, like sitting there. Like they just added a lot of little touches, which are really like great and bring a lot of life to the world. Mm-hmm. They changed the like there's like a notebook system that kind of like logs like where people's like habits for the 3 days, because if you don't know Majora's Mask, you have 3 days to beat the game, but obviously you can't beat the game in 3 days. So there's like you play like the Song of Time to go back to the first day. Certain things happened on certain days at certain times that you can only do whatever. It adds like a very cool like, oh shit, well, in this like 3 day chunk that I'm about to play, I need to accomplish this, and this because I know that I can do those because these two things happen on the first day, this happens on the last day, and this happens somewhere in between. Which is cool because it adds like a strategy to like, well, if I go to this area, I can accomplish these things in this 3 day chunk, and then I'll warp back to the beginning, and then I'll use the next 3 days to like go complete a temple, because if you go into a temple with like 1 day left, you probably will run out of time, and if you run out of time, the fucking moon crashes into the world, and you start over. So...
this doesn't sound like the game for me.
No, it's super fucking fun. It's so good. It's so fucking good. I forgot how good that game was. I haven't played it since... I played through it when the game first came... Like, I got it when it first came out on N64. Played through it. Thought it was... I was younger, and it's much harder than Ocarina of Time. Mm-hmm. It's a much tougher game to wrap your head around. Mm-hmm. Because Ocarina of Time is just like, go to this dungeon, get this thing, go to this dungeon to get this thing, go to this and Majora's Mask is a lot more like, with the time thing, is a lot tougher to like kind of like wrap your head around the mechanics of the game. So then a few years after that, I played it again, played through it, and was like, wow, this game is really fucking good. But that was like, I have no idea how many fucking years ago. Right. Like years and years and years and years and years and years ago. I was probably in middle school was the last time that I played through that game. Mm-hmm. So like fucking 10 years ago, more, you know what I mean? Like, so playing through it again is awesome. And now that it looks better is even fucking better. And the 3DS is awesome. I'm just fucking loving it. It's super good. I'm probably like a third of the way through the game now. And I'm just thoroughly enjoying it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we spent our Valentine's Day stuck at home in a blizzard.
Snowed.
Not at a Mega Ran concert like we wanted to go to.
Yeah, we're supposed to go see Mega Ran in Boston, which is a bummer.
Didn't get to go, but we'll see him at PAX East.
Right. PAX East is in a few weeks, and we'll go see him then.
It's in like 20 days.
Yeah.
Christ. So we made a blanket fort and caught up on Gotham.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
It is a good show. And I know that they take a lot of liberties and they like a lot of shit is different. But you know what?
Great show.
Yeah. They're doing a really good job. Like I love all the characters. I love...
Not all of them.
Well, the characters that I don't love, I think it's because I'm not supposed to. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird. Like,
No, I think they want me to like Selena Kyle.
Right. Okay. You're right. That character, but we've been very vocal about not liking her. And to be fair, like, since they announced her, you have been like, fuck this. Like,
she's younger than Bruce Wayne.
I understand. But
that's a liberty I'm not willing to let slide. This forced love story between Bruce and
I mean, I understand that later on when they meet in the real story when they're adults, that makes more sense. But like,
she doesn't even like Bruce Wayne,
right? But in this thing where they're like little kids and they are forcing way too much of the Bruce Wayne story when it shouldn't really be about him at all.
No,
it should be entirely about Gordon. And the parts where it is entirely about Gordon
if
are
it was
fucking
about
awesome.
Gordon, there wouldn't be Selena Kyle.
Right.
Which would make the show so much better.
Right.
It's still a great show.
No, the show's awesome. I love it. The like last episode that we watched, I think it was Scarecrow.
Yeah.
And that was super fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like really fucking cool. I don't know. They're just, I mean, obviously I feel like they're like totally like spreading the like adding like characters into the universe on so thick, like
right. Like, how has no one stopped them by the time Bruce Wayne's big?
Exactly.
Like by the time
like,
it's Batman.
Yeah, like these guys are like,
this is a child we're talking about.
Yeah.
He has years.
Yeah,
They're apparently talking about Joker.
I know, it's like there's so
that's a bad liberty to take.
There's so much like
Joker is a character that basically, no, 100%, his origin starts and ends with Bruce Wayne.
Well, I mean,
Batman.
Yeah. I mean, the one that the most common origin thing. I mean, the whole thing about the Joker is like, where did he come from? Blah, blah, blah. And then there was, that there's a few origin stories. And like the most common one is the Red Hood one.
In more than one.
Yeah, I said it's the most common one.
I know, but I mean, in more than one of his different origins, Batman is still responsible.
Right. The whole thing, the whole like dynamic is that like he's the yin to the yang. He's like the other side of the coin. Is like they exist because of each other and they whatever. That's like the whole dynamic of those two. But as they are on the show, they're just like every episode it's like, and here's this guy, and here's this guy, and it's just like, sweet fucking Jesus. Like,
deal with the characters you have.
Right. And there's a lot there. I like how they're like starting to finally, well, not finally. It's still the first fucking season. Like, where's this show going to fucking go? They're moving pretty quick because like they're already starting with the like the Riddler. They're going down that path of like everyone's already, it's like kind of like you're weird, but now they have like people like being like shitty and mean to him and like fucking with him.
He's the number one best character.
He is the best character. He's fucking awesome.
He is.
But like by the end of the season, is he going to be the fucking Riddler? And then what? Like Bruce Wayne is still a fucking kid, and the Riddler is like a full blown bad. You know what I mean? Like
all of these people would be like the one that makes the most sense to me is the Penguin.
I love.
That makes sense.
I love
that he like starts small in like the mobs and like
that's awesome.
Just kind of being everyone else's lackey. So it makes sense that he is where he is now.
Right.
In the canon.
Like
universe.
an older guy that has his own.
But he's like in his like 20s. Like late 20s.
Yeah. I mean, he'll be older in.
Right. But like that the aging process is
perfect.
like it all.
Right, because then when Bruce Wayne is finally Batman, he will be like an older guy that like has basically his own like mob family. You know what I mean? Like, and he'll have. I mean, in this like one of the last episodes, he like inherited a bar, and like it's a club, and he like went to go say it. He went to call it the Iceberg Lounge, and like someone interrupted him. It was fucking awesome. But I don't know. The show's really good. I'm enjoying it.
I'm glad we caught up.
Yes, I am too. We have to like do that with Flash and Arrow because we're behind on that too.
Pretty far though.
Yeah.
So I don't know how.
Yeah.
How that's gonna work out. Okay. Well, let's move on. There's a good bit of news. Okay. Some Deadpool news. First of all, Ryan Reynolds teased the Deadpool mask.
I saw that.
But we don't have pictures. because this is an audio podcast.
Right. So basically, it's him leaning on a table or something.
Right.
And like in front of him, in the foreground more is the mask.
Right.
And I don't know, it's just Ryan Reynolds like being like a.
There's like gloves on the.
Yeah, being like a pretty good looking dude. Like.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, like. Whatever. I don't know. He didn't like. That's all there. You just saw the mask. Like.
Right. Anyway, so there's a rumor about a character
for the movie.
Okay. Colossus.
All right. Cool. I don't know.
Steven's probably looks.
Yeah. I don't know. That's cool. Colossus is a cool character.
Yeah.
So that would be sweet. I mean, I have minimal expectations on this. So.
I think it'll be okay.
Whatever happens, happens. That's the way.
Right. But I just thought that was nifty.
Yeah.
I like to know that stuff.
Yeah, no, it looked cool. I mean, the mask looks like they're not like trying to like Hollywood it, you know what I mean, or do what they do to like some of these comic book shit where they like make it like this is what it would look like in real life. It's like, nope, that's just the Deadpool mask. Like, so
that's the only way to do it.
I think so too. And
they tried the realistic approach last time.
Yeah, well, I mean the original X-Men movies, and then
that's what I'm talking about.
And then even with the original Spider-Man movies, like he was dressed up in a blue and red Spider-Man outfit, but like they made like Green Goblin or like wearing armor, and like it's fucking awful. It's just like learn from like the Marvel Cinematic Universe has proven that like viewers are totally okay with
suspending belief.
Yeah, and totally okay with just being like, you know what? Yes, he's wearing a fucking costume, but you know what? That's fine because it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. That's like the Fantastic Four is kind of their uniforms are like kind of like spacesuits. Like,
I think that movie looks better than.
Right, but like I still would have preferred like a blue suit with a fucking 4 in the
They did do that last time, and those movies were garbage.
They were really bad.
Steaming piles of dog shit.
Yeah, really bad.
I'd rather watch Spider-Man with Toby.
For sure. And that's fucking awful. I honestly would rather just not watch anything. Like if there were 2 channels, one had Fantastic Four and one had Spider-Man, I'd turn the TV off.
Fair enough. Okay, this has nothing to do with anything that we usually ever talk about on the show. But I think it's worth noting.
Sure.
That Jon Stewart will be leaving The Daily Show.
Yep.
And in his in his episode where he announced that he was leaving, he thanked a close family friend of ours.
Yep.
He said, "Thank you to Doug Herzog and such a person at Comedy Central for giving me this opportunity." I thought that was cool because I always thought my mom was inflating this dude's importance, but
but apparently not.
Jon Stewart thanked him, so
I guess you were wrong.
I was wrong. They might have made out in high school or something.
That's funny.
My mom and this dude. Anyway, but that's sad. He's like, I don't know. He's a
funny guy.
He's a great comedian. His like method of like actually he's a newscaster.
He does.
Just because he's satirical doesn't mean he's not a newscaster. So his method actually resonates with a lot of people because a lot of people can't really deal with like normal news without some type of a relief. So that's how a lot of people get their news, is from The Daily Show, and Jon Stewart is what makes The Daily Show. I don't really know who they're going to replace him with.
Did they announce it or no?
No, or if they're going to be replacing him.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Don't count it out until it's, you know what I mean?
Right. In other depressing news, I wrote this. This is funny. 50 Shades of box office success.
That's what you wrote?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I like it.
Of course you do.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey opened on... I don't remember if it opened on Friday or Saturday. It may or may not have opened on Saturday and did a midnight on Friday. You know what I mean?
I think it opened on Friday.
I don't know, because I know that the whole thing was that it opened on Valentine's Day.
Friday.
Valentine's Day was Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay.
Maybe it was. That's
yeah.
weird. That's weird. That's a fucking weird day to...
It's because it was Valentine's Day and it's a movie about sex.
So fucking stupid. Just so fucking stupid.
Well, it made a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, I mean, I never thought that it wasn't. Like,
it made more money than I thought it was going to make. I thought a lot of people were going to buy into this whole thing about it being like an abusive relationship or whatever, and all of the feminist rants. I thought a lot of people were going to buy into that and not go see this movie.
No.
But no, it did $249 million worldwide by Sunday night.
Yeah.
That's obscene.
That's like Scrooge McDuck fucking vaults of money to dive into.
I mean, I think it's obscene that they spent $40 million on a movie that's basically, you don't need any CGI or effects or anything.
No.
It's all fucking sex. So.
And you read the books.
I did read the books.
So you're speaking from at least some sort of place that you know the content.
Right. Absolutely.
This isn't just like a...
No, I'm not just spewing.
Yeah, I was going to say an internet spew of just...
Like,
but the book is literally like all sex.
What is happening outside right now?
I don't know.
It sounds like there's an army outside of our front door.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, it's like sex and conversation and more sex and some more conversation.
Okay.
There's nothing... I find it really hard to believe that they spent $40 million on it. Like,
that's funny.
They probably could have made that
marketing
movie with like 10,000.
Marketing.
I feel like the marketing campaign for this movie was
marketing
not that
costs
great,
so much fucking money.
But I feel like it wasn't that great. I feel like I saw like 3 trailers the week before it came out.
Right, but then you got to think about like
they
billboards.
They did pay Beyonce to
redo that song.
Yeah.
I
think she did the whole soundtrack.
Yeah, and then also like billboards and buses and...
It's because Beyonce's a hypocrite.
But, I don't know. I don't fucking care about this movie. I know that like the 2 leads fucking hate each other, and I guess
it's so funny.
And I guess it like completely translated on screen. Like you could fucking see it on the screen that they fucking hate each other, which is like sucks for the movie. You know what I mean? Like
they're making the sequels.
They are?
They are.
Wow.
There are 2 other 50 Shades books.
That movie got fucking bad review. I mean, obviously, everyone knows reviews don't fucking mean jack or shit, because if it makes money, they'll make another one because people will go fucking see it.
Well, the other thing is, like, I mean, you have to think about who's going to see this movie. It's the women.
It's the moms.
It's the human beings who read the books, except for me. Because they read the books and
not only it's people just interested. It's like because this
but
this
you
movie
know
is
what I'm
the
saying
talk.
is that a lot of the people who are going to see this movie have an emotional attachment to this movie because they read the books and they loved the books.
Mm-hmm.
So reviews don't mean jack because I'm sure they all loved it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I mean, like from just like an acting standpoint and stuff, I heard it's just like it's not a good movie. Like it's a bad movie.
I would have paid to go see this movie if Charlie Hunnam was in it.
Fuck yeah.
I like his butt.
But anyway, enough of 50 fucking whatever shades of gray.
Okay. Big news then.
Is
Great,
really big,
amazing news potentially.
Is it the Shy Guy?
No, I like that Shy Guy though. He's cute. Yeah. Bethesda has finally decided to host a conference at E3 2015. This is potentially huge.
All at once, everyone is rejoicing because you know what that means? Fallout 4. And let me tell you,
for the haters and the naysayers,
it has to be. Fallout 4 is the big quote big reveal, even though everyone knows. There's no way that it's another Elder Scrolls game.
No.
And you have to look at what Bethesda has.
If anything, they might have do what
content for the MMO.
No, I mean like concept art for the next one. Maybe.
No, if anything, you're gonna get
Elder Scrolls is a long
way off.
We're a while away from the next Elder Scrolls game.
If we quickly run through games that it like
could be
on there. Elder Scrolls, which is not because they did Fallout, then Elder Scrolls Online. They're not doing another Elder Scrolls game right now. Obviously, they're going to do another one.
Did we get Fallout,
No Fallout.
Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online?
Yes.
Okay, so we got 2 Elder Scrolls games in a row.
Exactly. That's
with
what I'm
no
saying.
Fallout.
Yes. And Elder Scrolls Online did not do fucking well. I would not be surprised. They're going to take a few years off of Elder Scrolls, let it fucking cool down, get people excited again.
Get the hype up.
Right.
Like people are for Fallout.
When people are last one we had was 2007 for 2008?
New Vegas?
New Vegas, 2008. I was a year out of high school, I think.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah, Google. I think it's 2008. So, if it's 2008, that's 7 years ago.
No, October 19th, 2010.
Really?
Yep.
Holy shit. It seems so much longer than that.
Because I was going to say, I feel like you and I played that together.
Really?
Like, freshly.
Really?
Yeah.
Because like in my head, I feel it must have been Fallout. It must have been Fallout 3 then. But in my head, I remember
You and I like went to the midnight and bought it together.
Did we? In my
Yeah.
head, I played it when I lived with Sid and Jim.
No.
Like in my
You know what? Were we No.
That must have been Fallout 3 then.
Yeah, it had to have been.
Okay, so but anyway, they did Skyrim, huge success. People fucking love it.
2011.
Right? Then they did Fallout the Elder Scrolls MMO, which people were very excited about, and it fucking flopped. And it still isn't out on consoles, but it is supposed to be in like June or July.
I think it's sooner than that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Then so those are their 2 big ones. Fallout and Elder Scrolls are their 2 really
Massive.
big franchises. But then they're also a game that they put out, Wolfenstein: The New Order, which if they have a tease for a new Wolfenstein New Order, fucking yes. Yeah. That game was so good.
The Evil Within is supposed to be getting a sequel as well.
I doubt they'll show because that just came out. So you won't see anything on that. But the other one that was like totally like, yeah, we're working on this game, but no one has seen fucking anything on or said anything is Dishonored, the new Dishonored game.
Dishonored 2.
So I think you're going to see.
I mean, it has to. It's not just one game.
No,
they're not just announced. It's not like people are like, no, it's not going to be Fallout. It's going to be this. It's going to be
multiple things.
Because otherwise, it wouldn't warrant a conference.
They need like 30 to 40 minutes of stuff.
Yeah. More like 40 to an hour.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but somewhere in there. But it's going to be, the big one is going to be Fallout. Yeah. That is the game. They're going to probably announce some stuff that they're doing for the MMO.
Right.
So maybe like an expansion or something. Right. Maybe, or just like a big patch or something.
Yeah.
Dishonored will be the big one. And then maybe revealing that they're working on Wolfenstein: The New Order 2 or whatever they fucking call it. But a sequel to the new Wolfenstein game.
Right.
Because that game got very high praises.
Yeah, it did very well, surprisingly.
Right, because everyone was like, oh, here's just another shooter, but there's nothing else to play, so everyone bought it. Yeah. And then everyone was like, holy shit, like, this game isn't just like your like stereotypical shooter. This game's fucking cool. Like, there's shit here. I loved that game. I fucking really liked that game.
That reminds me, I was at the mall the other day. I was drunk at the mall with my friend. Yeah. While you were off doing important things.
No. There's big air quotes on important.
And I saw a young gentleman wearing the most obscene outfit I've ever seen.
Let me have it.
Okay. Construction boots.
Love it.
Camo boots tucked in. Or camo pants tucked in.
Into the boots.
Into the construction boots.
Okay.
Tight belt.
Okay.
Like
cinched.
Wrenched as tight as he could possibly
Was he a very thin man?
No.
Oh. So he was just...
He wasn't like big, but he was...
They had to ratchet strap that motherfucker.
Right. All right. Wolfenstein shirt.
Tucked in?
Tucked into his pants.
Oh, fuck yes.
With... Obviously, that's how I saw his belt was so tight. And on top of that, one of those flannel jackets that have like the wool inside.
Yeah.
With a puffy jacket over it.
Okay. Yeah, I like this guy.
And a beanie.
I like him.
A bright orange beanie.
I like him. I like this guy.
It was a very bizarre outfit. I looked at it and my maid of honor was talking to me and I was like, and she was like, what? And I said, that's a great outfit.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it was very, he was a little confused.
No. I think you were confused. He had his shit together.
I feel like his belt was like this really weird belt buckle, like a Jack Daniels belt buckle or something, but I could be making that up because that's so obscene.
He had his shit together. You were fucked up.
Right.
But okay, so you that's pretty much like those are the things I can think of, and then obviously people are like, dude, you fucking forgot about this franchise and this franchise. But those are the ones that I could like really think of off the top of my head that like
I think they'll probably open with Dishonored.
Probably.
And then they'll talk about some other things. You're right, probably some MMO content.
Probably. Either it's going to be like a big fucking overhaul patch or an expansion.
Right.
Then
maybe, hinting at some Wolfenstein.
And then Fallout.
And then they're going to close.
And crush you with Fallout.
Yeah, and I will probably cry.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking badass.
Honestly.
But, okay, so you mentioned while I was giving my fucking charade about me doing important things. Yep. So it's not actually important, but it was cool. It was fucking really cool.
More important than being drunk at the mall.
Right, yeah, I would say more important than being drunk at the mall. Well, some would say, but I might not agree. So I was kindly invited by somebody who is a PlayStation MVP to join them to Sony's. They had I guess a press event or something.
Yeah.
In New York City on Saturday or Friday. Where they were going to unveil a new initiative and talk about this new project they're working on. Cool. So I'm in. I'm down. We go to New York. Go to Nintendo World, which was badass.
Got a hat.
I got Sean a hat. I got myself a little plushy Shy Guy, who is the man, and I picked up Majora's Mask while I was there, and it was cool. Nintendo World is fucking badass. I posted some pictures of it online. I'll probably tweet a couple of them out from the This3DLife Twitter, because it's a cool place. If you haven't been and you find yourself in New York, go to Nintendo Land, because it's not huge, but it's just cool to go in somewhere.
Yeah.
And like, that everything there is, you love it. Right. You know what I mean? Like everywhere I turned, I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. Oh, that's fucking cool. Like everywhere. And then upstairs they had like this great, obviously Majora's Mask came out this week on Friday. So like that morning they had like the crazy fucking release for Majora's Mask and the new 3DS that everyone was going fucking bonkers about. But upstairs they had a history of The Legend of Zelda in like collectible shit.
That's cool.
So they had like a semicircle of like collectible, all Nintendo collectible shit. It was fucking badass. Anyway, so if you're in New York, check it out. But then the PlayStation event, which is really why I was there, even though it seemed like I was a little more excited for Nintendo World. Okay. We get there, and it turns out Sony is starting this new initiative called PlayStation Heroes. And what it is basically they are partnering with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the V Foundation, and I keep fucking forgetting the USO. And what it is it's an app. So go on your PlayStation, download the PlayStation Heroes app. It's live now. You can do it. And you donate to one of these charities. You can donate $1 or more. And if you donate, you get entered into a raffle. If you win the raffle, you get to play against celebrities. They play video games against celebrities. They schedule it. They tape it. Like they record it. And then they put it on the app so you can like watch people play against celebrities. Right. Which is like kind of like, oh, whoop-de-fucking-do. But like, you're donating money to like good causes, and you can choose which one you donate to.
Right.
So like, if you think that Make-A-Wish Foundation is badass because it is, like, donate to Make-A-Wish. Or if you like had someone affected by cancer in your family and that's something you're passionate about, then donate to the V Foundation. Or again, like you're a military family, or then you donate. You know what I mean? Like, you can choose which one you donate to, which is fucking cool. Yeah. And then like, if you win, then you get to play against celebrities, which is neat. Now, what was awesome was that they had celebrities. The first 4 that they were doing for the charity were there. So it was...
Start from the bottom, work your way up.
Okay. I have to remember fucking names.
You don't have to remember the bottom, too.
Well...
Unless you know
I'll
them.
try to. Nope, I'm not going to remember. Okay. See, I'm the fucking worst. I should have done a little...
Got an NBA player.
An NBA player... an MLB player who was on the cover of MLB The Show 15, and so that, like, I'm a total fucking jerk off for not...
You just don't know sports.
I don't know sports, and that's okay, I guess. But he's on the cover of the show 15, which is coming out soon.
Yeah.
And then Shaun White, Olympic gold medalist, Shaun White, snowboarder guy.
Number one best at everything he does.
Yeah,
Shaun
he's
White,
just like good at fucking everything.
starring in Children of the Corn.
Yeah. And then, most importantly, the most important thing that's ever happened in my entire life, Snoop Dogg.
The most important thing that's ever happened in your life.
Shauna.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not me or Frodo.
Not even close. So
I love him.
Snoop Dogg was there. So basically, at the beginning of the event, it was like a pretty small press, whatever. There's probably like 250 people there. And they had, you could play the new NBA, which is already out. So I was kind of like, what the fuck is this? And then they had MLB The Show 15, which is not out. So you could like pre-play that. But I don't give a fuck about sports games. So I was kind of like, that kind of sucks. But the event itself was like really nice. It was really cool.
Right.
And the fact that it was like all charity stuff. They had like Shaun White play against like a Make-A-Wish kid like on stage and stuff. And it was just cool. They were like all this stuff. And then at the end, Snoop Dogg fucking performed and it was badass as fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking Snoop Dogg like performing in front of like basically in front of a charity event was like the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. That it's funny.
But it was great.
Yeah.
All in all, if you want to like be a good person and donate, download PlayStation Heroes app. Go for it.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll move on. I got a lot of cool swag from the PlayStation Heroes event because Nick gave it to me. But moving on, Dying Light is the top-selling game in the United States.
Yes, and it's pretty obvious why.
Well, here's the list of. I'll work my way from 10 to 1. FIFA 15. Destiny.
Yep.
Madden NFL 15.
Yep.
Far Cry 4. Super Smash Bros. NBA 2K15. Minecraft. Grand Theft Auto 5.
That Minecraft just never going away.
It doesn't go away. Grand Theft Auto 5. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. And Dying Light.
Yeah, no.
It beat out some tough competition.
Right, but these are games that have all been out.
I know.
And that's why. Because there was nothing to compete with it. It came out before Evolve. And there was nothing coming out around it.
Right.
And it's fine because Dying Light is a good game.
It's actually a great game.
It's a very good game. But had that game come out during the holiday season, that game didn't stand a fucking chance. Because on premise alone, it didn't stand a fucking chance. But the fact that it came out during a lull when there was nothing else to play, it got a lot of attention. That it deserved. It's a good fucking game.
It is a good game.
It's a very good game.
I've been playing it much more, and I said I was going to play Evolve, and I wound up playing Dying Light, and I'm happy I chose Dying Light because now I put a mean dent in that game. I'm actually really good at that game too.
It's a cool game for sure.
I like games I'm good at.
But like, had that game come out in November, fucking no one would have played it. No one would have fucking played that game.
Everything kept getting pushed back to February, so we all thought February was going to be a huge month, and it's been. We're what now?
To be honest, it's been enjoyable.
It's been enjoyable because it's paced very well.
Right. It was like Dying Light, Evolve for a week that I'm not even going to really play the game because I'm not really super into it.
Right.
But then Friday, fucking super excited for the order.
Right. But I think that it's cool because it is well deserved.
No, it's a good game. It's just, it totally is attributed to the fact that nothing came out around it.
Right. But it's also just that it pushed more units. I mean, which may or may not have something to. I mean, the gaming community, the gaming community consistently surprises me with what they like and dislike.
Right, but you also have to remember that, like we're in a bubble.
All, it pushed more units than Destiny.
Right.
Which was supposed to be like one of the most anticipated games.
Destiny was a little not as
inviting. With a girl
it's
named
not
Destiny. We used to call her Destapee because she
smelled like pee, or she peed herself.
No, she just smelled like pee.
Okay, it sounds like. How old are you? In middle school?
We might have been in elementary school.
Yeah, that sounds pretty. Kids are fucking vicious.
Well, she was a fucking terrible person.
Okay.
She used to pull our hair and like.
It sounds like you deserved it. You called her Destapee.
No, Destapee was as a result of her. She like fought someone who just was
she's
like,
a bitch.
Okay, Destapee.
All right, that's hilarious.
It was funny.
Okay. Anyway, Destiny was much less inviting. I fucking can't stand you.
Whenever you say it now, I only hear you saying Destiny.
Was much less inviting than Dying Light from like a. It wasn't just like a multiplayer shooter. It had a lot more going on to it. Whereas Dying Light was what it advertised.
Exactly.
Like Dying Light is you're in a fucking city and there's zombies everywhere and don't die.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
it feels like if World War Z was turned into a game with better graphics than in the movie.
yeah.
Like, if you cut out the movie World War Z and went from the book to Dying Light, that's what it would be.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually like 100. The plot is essentially the same thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't
Anyway,
know shit.
it's similar. This is great news. Limbo is now on iOS devices and Xbox One. I believe it's also on Android, but I didn't write that down because
I don't know.
I don't know or care. I don't have any Android devices. And will soon be coming to PS4.
PS4.
Oh, the PS4.
All right. Good for them.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's
a good game. But to be honest, that game's been out a long fucking time.
I know.
So
Don't play it on iOS. Play it on my phone.
Should be playing that Hearthstone. It's a good fucking game.
This is good news. It's funny news. Netflix released House of Cards Season 3 early due to technical difficulty.
Oh, it was an accident?
Yeah, they posted the whole thing
That's fucking cool.
early.
Though.
I think like really early if I'm
Way
I watched
early?
that show, so yeah.
Cool. I mean, I right. That's literally every time we sit down, I'm like, I want to watch fucking House of Cards,
Right.
but I haven't gotten to it.
Yeah. Okay, and then the news of the week, maybe year.
This is news of the year.
It might be.
Okay, not me getting this shy guy.
No, it came. This news came out literally, I think, a couple hours after.
It was literally like
last
right
week.
after we finished recording, and I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah. So you may be sick of hearing about it, but we haven't really had a chance to talk about it. So I wrote an article about it. Spider-Man coming to the MCU.
Sweet. That's it. What else can you say about it?
Well, you can say that it's still a little unnerving because Sony still gets to make standalone Spider-Man movies, and they still have complete and total say.
Right, but Marvel also has a hand in it.
Right.
And can say what happens during their films with that character.
But Sony can nix that.
Right.
Sony can be like, nah, I don't
but
like that.
Sony is in no position to argue with
The interview came out. They charged $5 for it. It was a total flop. They spent a lot of money on marketing, and then it went straight to Netflix, where you can now view it for free.
Right, but that aside, Sony is floundering. It has no fucking money. Aside from the interview. No, but aside from the interview debacle. Like,
I'm just saying that they lost a lot of money in the interview, which was a result of the hack. They lost a lot of money.
And they haven't been making money in a long time. Yeah. Like, Sony doesn't make money. Sony Worldwide Entertainment, i.e. PlayStation, makes a fuck ton of money.
Right.
That is the only...
if Sony closes down, no more PlayStation.
No, that's not true at all.
I believe that's 100%
No,
true.
they'll sell it off.
Who are they cutting? Yeah, and then it's going to turn to shit.
They'll sell it off, or they'll turn it into its own company, and it'll be a standalone company.
It should be a standalone company.
It should be already, but...
I think of PlayStation as its own company.
Right,
Sony makes a lot of mistakes. PlayStation doesn't make many mistakes in my eyes.
The PlayStation Network. Argument invalid. The PlayStation Network is a giant mistake.
I never have an issue with my PlayStation Network.
Oh my god. The PlayStation
I wish I
Network
could change
is a fucking disaster.
Actually, people who are all concerned about changing their PSN.
I would love to change my PlayStation name because I would love everything to be the same. I am a fucking foolish human where my internet handles are one thing. Like my Twitter, my Instagram, and all that shit is one thing. And my gaming handles
Mine's all the same.
Or something. Right. I wish I could change it all to be one.
But I mean, you know why? That's because I had to make a new one when we got a PlayStation 4 because I couldn't remember
your information. Right. I mean, it's a good thing you did anyway, because then when you got a Vita, it was much easier because you were fresh with the information.
No, I think I still fucked up.
You did. But anyway, I don't know. Like,
Spider-Man.
Sony is in no position to argue with Marvel over what Marvel thinks they should do with the character because Marvel is making money hand over fist with these fucking characters. Yeah. And if Sony wants any of that fucking money, they better fucking listen because they're in fucking trouble. And if they're sitting there and they're like, all right, we want Spider-Man to do this in this fucking Captain America movie, and Sony goes, no, we don't want him to do that. And they look at them and go, who makes money here? Like, your Spider-Man movies don't really make money. That's not true. The Spider-Man movies were like the only movies that really made the money.
All 6 of them.
Right. But
5.
But like who's like every single movie we make is critically loved. Yeah. And fans love them. Every time someone sees one of your fucking movies, they leave the fucking movie theater pulling their fucking hair.
I actually like the Amazing Spider-Man.
I know, right? But I'm talking about
I read some article that someone wrote about how Tobey Maguire is the only option for Peter Parker, and I would rather them cast any goofball over Tobey Maguire. Tired crybaby.
I don't have any love for Tobey Maguire.
A lot of people are giving hate on the prospect of Drake Bell. All I have to say is that Drake Bell has been voicing Peter Parker in all animated Spider-Mans for like a long ass time. A very long time. He's a little old now.
He is a little old.
Tobey Maguire is older than Drake Bell is.
Right.
So.
I don't know. I want
Miles.
They're not going to do Miles.
You don't know that.
I do know that because Miles is an 8-year-old boy.
So?
He has, that will be so tough for general audiences to fucking get. Like, why this 8-year-old boy who isn't even Peter Parker.
You really think that's going to be tough for them to get?
Yeah, absolutely.
Over Ant-Man.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they haven't seen Ant-Man before. Ant-Man is you could fucking tell them anything about it. You could tell them Ant-Man is a fucking pineapple and they'd believe it because they don't know any better.
I want Miles or Spider-Gwen.
Neither is going to happen. It's going to be Peter Parker, and it'll be
some crunchy, shitty white guy who's probably bad at acting.
Probably. But that's what, you know what I mean? Like, the Miles, like, the reason that he is Spider-Man is because of Peter Parker, and in another rebooted Spider-Man fucking universe, fucking blow my brains out, because they can't fucking get it, apparently, they then have to not only explain that there was a Spider-Man, that he wasn't, for whatever reason, already recruited by the Avengers, and also that he touched this kid's life enough that he is now Spider-Man, and he's an 8-year-old.
Sort of like Hank Pym.
Right, but the thing is, like I said, no one has any experience with...
You say no one.
Right.
You mean the dullards who don't read comic books.
I'm talking about I'm talking about all the $1 billion that the Avengers made did not come from just fucking comic book readers. It came from fucking everybody. So like for
everybody can shove it up their asses and give us comic book fans a little bit of a bone.
I mean, this whole thing has been a fucking bone.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me? Like there was when I was younger, and they announced that they were making a fucking X-Men movie. It sucked, and I loved it because I had a fucking X-Men movie.
Garbaggio.
Yeah. I remember being, really little and hearing, rumors about there being a Spider-Man movie, and me just hoping anyone would play the fucking character. And this is when I, lived in New York, and I was, 10. And I was like, that's awesome. I don't, sweet, they're making a Spider-Man movie. And then they didn't for years. And then they made one, and it was fucking not good, but I loved it anyway because that's all I had. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's going to be what it's going to be. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to watch it, and whatever happens, happens.
Well, the thing is, I won't have to watch the Sony movies.
Right, but
so the Marvel character can still flop.
Right, but as long as when he's in my Marvel movies, he does what he's supposed to do.
I don't know why all of a sudden they're so concerned with casting multiple characters in solo movies.
Would it
Why would Spider-Man be in another hero's movie?
Civil War. He's going to be in the fucking Captain America movie.
why? But you know what I'm trying to say is that why now would heroes intervene in solo movies when they haven't this entire time?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't fuck do I know about it anything. I don't.
It's so stupid.
Like that is like
it's like the biggest blunder Marvel has made in this thing.
That is everyone's qualm, but it's very obvious as to like why. It's because then every movie will be an Avengers movie.
Well, that doesn't necessarily have to be true. It's like they could be like, "Well, where's so and so?" And so and so's off doing other shit. New York's not the only place that needs saving right now.
Right.
But it's always these catastrophic world-ending events.
Right, and you don't like even see anybody like. When we were watching Thor, the fucking Dark Realm or whatever the fuck.
All you kept saying is like, "Where's
Where
Cap?
the fuck is Iron Man?
Where's Iron Man? Where's
the
Hulk?
world is literally about to end, and there's no one. There's not even like Robert Downey Jr. being like, "Do you need a hand?" Like, nothing. Like, it's like I was like, dude.
Closest you get is at the end of Iron Man 3 after the credits roll when Tony Stark is talking to Bruce Banner. And that ain't nothing.
No.
Bruce Banner didn't help that situation. Hulk could have.
Right. But anyway, yeah, no, I agree with that. That's a whole different fucking.
Yeah. But it's just like, oh, we got Spider-Man. Now we can put him in everything. But no one else wants to help save the world.
The thing is, they wanted Spider-Man entirely. They couldn't get Spider-Man entirely, so this is what they can do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Marvel will still have a hand in the Sony movies.
The Spider-Man ones?
Yeah.
Right.
So, that's good.
You said that with such like a like
I don't
unsure.
I don't trust Sony with anything.
I know.
We're gonna get another origin story.
No, they can't. They can't like Marvel has to be like, no. Like there's no room for this. We don't have time. Like people cannot see the same fucking origin story for a third time.
Let's talk about origin stories. In the realm of comic books, of all of the characters created, number one, most known... Batman. He's the most commonly known origin story. Number two.
Superman.
Number three.
Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Like...
I didn't care... In Man of Steel, I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, we get it. Like, there goes Krypton. Send the baby off. Lands on Earth. These two fucking great people... We're like, this alien's gonna be our kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's it.
Yeah, I don't care what you say about the Amazing Spider-Man movies. Not you specifically, anybody. I liked the way they told the origin story. They were very quick about it in that movie.
And if they have to tell it again, it should literally be like newspaper clippings, like in the beginning opening sequence where they're running like fucking director starring. Like, it should be fucking newspaper clippings. Like,
that's a good idea. You should call them.
Hold on. Hello?
Marvel?
Marvel/Endor Sony? Don't fuck this up. Newspaper headlines.
That's a good idea. Like, while they're flashing all this stuff and playing, like, dramatic music in the background, the gunshot goes off.
The gunshot, and it's like man murdered and mugging, and then, like, masked vigilante, and then, like, Spider-Man conquers, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, all these things that are, like, you know, kind of showing quickly, like, this, you know, Uncle Ben was shot and murdered. Fucking Peter Parker dons this thing. He is not initially loved by the city. He earns the love of the city. He fucking conquers fucking supervillains, and now here he is.
Yeah.
Done.
And you know what? They can even have Nick Fury talking to, I don't know, whatever agent something or other he's got going on at the time that is supposed to be dead but isn't dead, and is like, call this dude, and they're going to be like, why would we call him? And he's like, well, you know, he's more than a vigilante now. Like, he's something.
Yeah, like the people,
and that's why we haven't called him this whole time.
Yeah.
That's why.
Right.
Because he was hated because he was a vigilante.
Right.
But now people are cool.
Yeah.
They really like him. We could use him.
Yeah.
Bring him in. So they bring him in. That explains it.
Right.
Done and done.
Yeah. And then they'll be able to
do the same. That was me wiping my hands.
They'll be able to do the same thing after the Defenders is done.
Right,
like,
correct.
And be like, these guys are someone to pay attention to. Like,
yeah.
They've been fucking taking care of New York. Like,
right.
Done. I don't know. It's like not that tough.
You know they're going to fuck it up.
Of course. Oh, they're going to fucking fuck it so bad.
Okay. This week, we have some things. We have The Order 1886.
Which I've mentioned like 8 times.
Yep, that's on Friday. Tomorrow/today, Tuesday, February, I don't know, 17th or something. Pillar. It's an indie game. I remember seeing it.
You're saying it, and in my head, I'm drawing a blank.
I forgot completely about it.
I know.
Looked at the thing, and I was like, oh, this fucking game.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Resogun Defenders.
Okay, it's like an addition to
like DLC
new
add-on.
levels and shit.
Yeah. And then for movies, literally the only movie I recognized was Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
Fuck yeah.
We'll go see it.
Looks awful.
It's going to be terrible.
It really
we love Hot Tub Time Machine. I love the
first one. I think
though.
the first one is fucking great. But let me tell you, this movie looks fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I'm bummed out, but I'll go see it.
Yeah. It's nostalgia. It was one of the first movies we watched while we were dating.
It's one of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you like that? That pause? That like, that I'm tapped? You're tapped?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's been episode 46 of This3DLife. Make sure to go over on Twitter at This3DLife. I'm at iSalsaShark.
Do I have an X?
You have, oh my God, you don't even know your, at X Shauna O. That's OH. Make sure to go over to our WordPress to find all the articles.
Like us on Facebook.
Right. So this3dlife.wordpress.com is the WordPress.
On Facebook.
This3DLife on Facebook. This3DLife on YouTube. Twitch.tv/This3DLife. These are all the links. Go to all of them. Follow, subscribe on all the things. But the easiest way, I'm telling you, go to that Twitter at This3DLife, and we post everything on there. So you'll
Josh posts everything on there.
Josh posts because he's a real American hero.
It's true.
And you'll be able to find everything easily.
It's true.
Say goodbye, Shauna.
Goodbye, Shauna.